The freezer of my LG refrigerator model number LFX31925ST/00 is not cooling.
Thank you for using JustAnswer. I will be glad to assist you in your answer. Think about safety when doing repairs: electric, water, gas, etc. Is the ice bin full of ice or no ice at all?
Our model has the ice in the door only, but we have no water connected to it. We do not use it.
Oh, okay. Do you get an error code on the dispenser display when the freezer fan quits running?
No, I did not.
Okay, thank you. The fan and the control board work together on this model. A pulse is sent to the motor, then sent back to the board. If the pulse is interrupted, the board turns the motor off. Being the motor runs in the test modes, tells me that the motor sounds good. Also, the board is not coding when the motor quits. It sounds to me that the control board is faulty. It should code when the motor quit, but it doesn't recognize it, meaning it stopped the motor. Pull the unit away from the wall. The control is located under the 6x12 panel on the backside of the unit. Just unplug the fridge remove cover. The board is plug and play. You cannot mix the plugs up when replacing. Make sure to handle the board from the edges to prevent damaging the board with your static electricity of your body. Here is the board EBR 73,093,616, $162. You can get it at repairclinic.com, or your local parts vendor. RepairClinic has a good return policy if this repair doesn't work out for you. Make sure where you get the part, that you can return it, if needed. Please leave a great rating for answering your question. You can always respond back, even after rating, to this question for more information, if needed. Thank you.
My wife just informed me that the refrigerator section also is not cooling as it should. She is also now telling me after she realized it was not freezing the meats. She opened a little later to check and heard 3 hissing sounds. I do not know if this would help in any way.
It sounds like she caught it in defrost mode. That was the heater getting hit by water droplets. Wait a couple hours and see if the fridge section cools back down. If not, then we might have to go another direction here. Please let me know. Thanks.
I dropped the setting to 34 degrees on the refrigerator and it's been a few hours, but it is just barely cool. It used to cool really well at 38. I read that the board was upgraded a few times for this model. Are you aware of it? RepairClinic is backordered on the board.
Yes, I am. I was afraid that the fridge was having problems too, when you made that post after I answered. The board may not be the problem as it sounded as the first post. You will need to remove the inside rear back panel of the freezer and let me know what the frost pattern of the coil looks like. Is it frosted through the coil halfway, just a few inches, or none at all? Please let me know. Thank you.
I tried to do that but did not want to break anything. Any links to show me how to remove it? Or instructions?
I do not have that information. I will opt of the question. This will allow other experts to view our conversation to this point. I wish you well. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I hope someone picks it up. I really want to get it resolved. Thanks for the effort.
Hello, my name is XXXXXXXXXX. I am an authorized LG service tech and I can help you today if you still need it. Can you please do me a favor and remove the ref from the wall again and check the back lower access panel of the ref? Please tell me if the compressor is running and if it feels warm or hot to the touch. And please also tell me if the condenser fan motor next to the compressor is running as well. After we have checked this, we can then check the evaporator pattern on the evaporator coils in the back of the freezer section, in which I will tell you exactly what to do. So please run those checks and get back to me here with what you find. Thank you. On your model ref there is actually 2 evaporators. One in the ref and the main one in the freezer section. As long as the freezer fans are working, the ref should cool as well. To make sure the fans are working, you will need to either take a voltage reading on the fan wired connectors or just open the door and activate the door switch like you had done previously and wait at least 15 seconds to hear if the evaporator fans are running. If you are not waiting the 15 seconds, then you will think the fans might not be working, and they really are, but they will not be activated until after the 15 seconds. If the fans are running and it's still not cooling, then we are going to definitely have to take a look at the frost pattern on the evaporator. But if the fans are not running after waiting the 15 seconds, then we will need to check the voltage to the fan motors to make sure the board is sending voltage to it and consistently sending voltage. Because there is the possibility that the board is shorting out and sending voltage part of the time and not others, which would cause the fluctuation in temperature. Just get back to me here after first checking the compressor and condenser fan to see if they are running.
Hi John. I will have to do this in the morning. I have a friend who is a refrigeration technician, but is not familiar with this model. We are in Guyana, South American. So he will come over and follow your instructions. I think you might be right with the fluctuations. I had held the switch for far longer than 15 seconds and still the fan did not kick in. The light came off immediately, so the switch is working for that. Tonight we checked and a fan was on and it was beginning to form some ice in a bowl of water we placed inside. Seems the fan works sometimes. We'll do the tests and get back to you in the morning.
Okay. Great. Just get back to me here and let me know what you have found, or if you need any other help or have any other questions, and I will help you more. Talk to you tomorrow.
Good day, John. The compressor is hot, that you cannot keep your hand on it too long. The condenser fan is running. The tech here said it is running at normal temperature and seems to have enough gas. He just does not know for sure how to get out the inside back panel to access the fan and coils to give you the report. He is not familiar with this refrigerator and does not want to break anything. Please instruct.
Okay. Thank you for checking. Not good that the tech can't keep his hand on the compressor for any longer than a few seconds. That means it is overheating. And if the condenser fan motor next to the compressor is running, then either the could back there are real dirty or the compressor is overheating. And that would mean the compressor is bad. Please tell the tech looking at the machine now to take an amperage reading to the compressor by checking the wires to the starter/relay on the left side of the compressor. He should know how to do that. And actually tell him to check the compressor while he is there. And we will know for sure if the compressor is good or not. The amperage draw to the compressor should not be more than 1.5 to 2 amps. If it is, then we know the compressor is shot. Tell him to check that before taking anything off the back walls of the freezer or ref cabinets. But just so he knows, you would have to remove all shelving in the ref and freezer sections, then remove the screws on the back evaporator's covers to remove the cover itself. All to get to see the frost pattern. And if the technician doesn't seem like he knows how to do these checks and has never worked on this kind of ref before, I would not let him work only machine. These are all pretty basic checks he should know how to do. And as far as for taking the cover off in the ref and freezer cabinets, if he has removed any before, he should know exactly how to remove the covers. Please check that and get back to me here. But like I said, if the compressor is scalding hot and the could back there are not completely covered in dust or dirt, then the compressor and relay are bad. May not be worth it to fix on this machine.
Hi John. Sorry, but the technician will only be able to come tomorrow at 1 p.m. EST. I would like to know if we could do this by phone when he gets here to be quicker, and not have to have him here a long time. I am in Guyana, South America, and this refrigerator is pretty new to these people. So I cannot get a better tech than this, really. He just never opened one like this one, but knows refrigeration. Does a lot of work for my company. Just wanted a few guidelines to remove to rear cover of the freezer, as he tried and cannot figure out how to. We found no screws in the rear cover. So please let me know if we can get back to you by phone tomorrow.
The website usually restricts all communication to this chat. They are allowing a very limited number of customers with very important issues to contact their experts for a better or more in-depth diagnosis and answer. But I can't make that decision. All I can say is contact customer service about this issue and tell them you would like to contact me by phone, and they will give you my contact info. Or give you the okay for you to leave me with your phone number and I can contact you. Besides this, I will give you precise instructions for removing the screws to the back evaporator covers for both the ref and freezer cabinets, so you can evaluate the frost patterns on the evaporators only after you first have the technician take an amperage reading of the compressor. And to remove the access cover to the compressor in the back of the machine, all you need to do is pull the ref out from the wall. Then remove all the screws to the lower access panel, usually metal, to the lower back of the ref. Remove the cover and access the compressor. On the compressor you will see a small black box with wires going to it. That is the relay start device for the compressor. Hook the clamp on amp meter to one of the wires going from starter to the compressor. You should have an amp reading of 1 to 2 amps. Anything under or above that number is XXXXX good. And means the compressor is no good. Do this and get back to me tomorrow at any time and I will help you more. And hopefully it will be by phone so we can quicken the process for you. But if not, please get back to me here and I will help you more. And if you ever need to get back to me here for more questions after you positively rate me, please remember that you can do so at any time by coming back here to me. And I will answer any other questions you have and help you more for no additional charge. Thanks.
Hi John. The amps on the compressor wire is reading only 0.2 amps. Tech says gas is low as discharge line is just warm and is not hot as it was a few days ago. He put on a piercing valve and found it was low on Freon. He added Freon and immediately the discharge line got to normal temperature, indicating the compressor was functioning normally. He observed the lines that are used to evaporate the water from the defrost cycle looks deteriorated and strongly suspects that is where we might have a leak. That line is metal and not copper. He is telling me we should change it out to a copper pipe. Have you encountered this problem with this model? It is 2 years old. Our home is not air-conditioned. I do not know if that is a factor.
The discharge line will be cooler than normal if the compressor is only drawing in 0.2 amps. The compressor, like I said earlier, will usually draw between 1 to 2 amps. If it has been extremely warm lately and the compressor was hot as well, then it has most likely overheated. Now as for the leak in the system, and the tubing being metal and silver in color is usually for these style refs. They are never copper. The evaporator is always aluminum in residential machines. I think the technician you had there looking over the machine may be more used to commercial refs. They use copper for most of their sealed system. Please don't change it over to copper. Not only would it be really expensive to do, it is not necessary for this style ref. If there is a suspected leak in the system, he should have tried to hold it in a vacuum. Which just simply means shooting the freon into the ref and hooking up gauges to the ref to see if the freon is holding steady. Staying in the vacuum. Or if it is leaking out. Time will tell. If after a few months the same thing is happening again and the ref is not cooling properly, then we know there is definitely a leak in the system. But if the temp seems fine and it is cooling as normal, then you may just get away with recharging the gas in the ref. If the ref doesn't work, it will not be worth fixing. The labor alone to have someone come in and replace the sealed system would be more than $300. And parts would be at least another $400. And that is a rather conservative estimate. It is simply just not worth it for you to sink that kind of money into a ref like this. Please get back to me here if you have any other questions or concerns, and I will help you more. Please also remember to rate my performance positively below this chat now with OK service or better rating if you feel that I have helped to answer your questions. If you feel that I have still not helped you enough, please don't rate negatively. Just simply get back to me here and tell me how I can help you more. And if you have more questions after positively rating me, please feel free to get back to me here at any time and I will help you more for no additional charge. Thanks.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit justanswer.com/YTHI.